Let me know when you're ready, Wiz.
I'm ready.
Is Julie on taste, and I have the pleasure to sit down with a blueprint with us today, a serious multi-platinum artist. Do I dare even say diamond? Serial entrepreneur, the coolest artist we probably ever gonna meet, the one and the only Wiz Khalifa. How you feeling today?
I'm good. How are you?
I feel good. I actually feel like I don't know. This is a super dope full circle moment, and I'm gonna tell you a quick little story. Here's why.
Get it.
Back in when you released Rolling Papers 2, I
Mm-hmm.
believe it came out summer of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I was interning for a big radio station. So like everybody was going to like this secret party that you were releasing. It was super dope to go in. I lied my way in there. And they were like, oh, like, what do you do? I was like, oh, I interviewed Wiz. So I feel like I manifested this moment.
Boom.
Cool moment, but it's not the security. It was me. I just knew how to finesse my way in.
That's how you got to do it. Nobody can tell you no.
Right? You
If
just
you
got
want
to
to get,
walk in with confidence.
if you want to get in, you're supposed to be there.
Right. I couldn't get next to you though, but I know some people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I interviewed Wiz.
There you go. Boom. Now it's happening.
Right. Look at that manifestation, full circle
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. Yup.
It happened already, so it's not like you can kick me out. It's crazy because here we are today celebrating 10 years since the first Rolling Papers. How does it feel? Does it feel like it's been 10 years? Do you take time to reflect?
No, I don't feel like 10 years at all. I look at a lot of the legends and the OGs that I look up to, and their 10-year mark in the game was totally different than mine. So it's like, damn, I just think the life expectancy of an artist and their career has kind of changed. And definitely the way that I came into the game, it helped me, keep that staying power to where 10 years later people are still looking forward to whatever, or even still experiencing the older music. It's super cool to just hear how that music touched people and how it helped them make decisions or got them through situations in life. So that's the only thing. I mean, time is the only thing that you get that with. When you first drop a project, you never know how it's gonna really be received. But after 10 years, people get to digest it and they get their own little interpretation of it. So it's awesome.
It is amazing because I feel like we're in this era right now where I don't want to say this, but it's like fast food, right? And
Yeah.
you give us a full course meal.
Hmm.
And it may take people longer to digest what you give us because it's different if you eat a McDonald's burger versus a steak. You know what I mean? Do you have you ever kind of hesitated when it comes to putting out one of these full course meals as it pertains to your projects because you stayed true to your process?
I never really hesitate. I just go off of like the business at the time. I love putting out stuff for my fans. So I'm constantly releasing mixtapes and freestyles and videos and things like that. But when it comes to my actual albums, like you said, it is a full course meal, and it's about building the project. It's not just me. I want to work with the best of the best.
Yeah.
And I'm a company man too. So being at Atlantic, I got to sit down. I got to get them warmed up. We got to open the budget. We got to all be on the same page when it comes to the vision. So when it does actually roll out, we're all satisfied.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing for me is to just like, just kind of challenge myself and satisfy myself and make sure that, everybody around, we're all on the same page. So the music is real. And that way it just comes out effortlessly. There I go.
Yeah, I was going to say that because I know a lot of people say, fans have a short attention span. I'm like, well, that's not really true because Wiz really makes you sit there and listen to everything.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to listen to this. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to give you what's digestible really quick so you can forget about it. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
The reason why I call you a blueprint is for multiple reasons, but I think it takes a rare gem to have tracks with, let's say, Bone Thugs and Harmonies to a song with Megan Thee Stallion. Talk to me how you stay inspired when you have so many big wins and you stay creative and you stay timeless.
Yeah, I love music in general. I just enjoy listening to classic shit. I love watching people come up, and it's just the whole process. I'm in a great space where I can, enjoy music and still be an artist and create and stuff like that. It doesn't,
Yeah.
it don't like neither one's like being in the industry didn't make me less of a fan of
Yeah.
music. So I think some people get jaded and they get kind of burnt out, worn out. But
Hmm.
I'm having a great time. I enjoy it. And you know, even with the younger artists or the newer artists who come in the game, they always tell me how much I inspired them or how much
Wow.
love they have for me or a crazy Wiz story. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy as fuck. Like I would never even know, you know what I mean? Because I just be chilling, I'm be in my own world. I love to talk to the fans and connect with people, but it's great to see um, you know, each individual have their own little situation. And it's like, however we can, you know, meet up and use each other's platform to
Mhm.
help each other and push each other forward. I'm all for that. And I've always been with that.
Wow, super down to earth. When you say like connecting, I know that you released like kind of like this YouTube series that I really enjoyed watching because it gives us like the real creative side to you being in the studio. Can you talk to me a little bit about the becoming of that? You just released it, I believe, like 2 days ago.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I've always done day to days. I was just talking about it, how social media was a little bit different back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was new to everybody because Twitter had just came out. And I think like for me, I seen that as a way to like really, really get in touch with my fans and just let them know everything that was happening with me. So I would release music through Twitter. I would release videos through Twitter. I would do my day to days, and we actually named it, you know, through the process of being on Twitter. So it was just a really interactive time, and I keep that going now because I do know how inspirational it is. And I seen a comment the other day, um, like it was like 5 or 10 minutes after I posted the video. Somebody was like, "Yo, I need an inspiration." I typed in Wiz in the studio, and this came
Wow.
up. And I'm like, so if people are still sitting there every day, like, "Yo, Wiz in the studio, how to roll a joint," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are like things that just normal everyday motherfuckers want to see. And if I could provide that experience for them, you know, awesome. So, and it's fun for me. I love to make the videos too. I edit them myself.
Besides you saying God provided you snakes and boots, snakeskin shoes, I was like, oh, I got snakeskin boots.
There you
So
go.
we're doing something right.
We blessed us. We're blessed.
Yeah, but it was definitely a part that you were talking about the importance of a producer. Do you feel like you've come to a place where you can just sit down with a producer and they know exactly what you want as it pertains to just like the engineering of a song?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It takes, you know, you have to be in that production mode.
Yeah.
And some people are just good at writing. Some people are like, yo, I got really good words, but when it comes to performing it, it's not really, you know what I mean, all the way there.
Yeah.
And I was just in the studio with Stargate. They made Black and Yellow, Roll Up, Work Hard, Play Hard. We were just in the studio maybe a week or two ago, and they literally came in and played me 2 songs. They were like, these are hits. Let's do these. And I wrote the 2 songs right then and there. And they were like, okay, that's good right there. Do this on that part. And I came up with my part. And to me, that's like a great production. That's how you put a record together because they've made number ones, like countless number ones. They made a number one record for me. But the fact that, you know, we're collaborating together, I'm only there to do my job. And that's to make the hottest, you know what I mean, record that we possibly can. So I come through with the content. I got the vocals. I'm going up and down. I'm here and I'm killing it. And that's a production to me and how it's supposed to go down.
Yeah, it was really dope. Even watching you kind of like in the booth and just how you don't even get frustrated. I'm like, how do you not get frustrated? You just keep going. It's like a build. Like it's nothing to something. And it's
Mhm,
amazing because it's kind of like you're watching art develop, you know?
mhm. Yeah.
It's beautiful to watch artists evolve. And I feel like I've been growing up and watching you evolve. I heard you talking a lot about ownership of your lifestyle and now having your own strain of weed, Khalifa Kush. Is it really a good time for you right now? Because you've been talking about this now since more states are legalizing marijuana.
Yeah, definitely. It's becoming more legal and recreational as well.
Mm,
You could just smoke it anywhere and everywhere. And that's what we were waiting for. Because the availability of it is gonna be crazy. You're gonna be able to buy my weed online. You're gonna be able
wow.
to go to khalifakush.com and order it straight to your house. And a lot of things are changing behind the scenes that people don't really see. So to be a part of the, you know, the unraveling of the new weed game is super cool and it's super fun.
I was gonna say, even I don't consider myself, I'm not that old. I'm not even old. But like even when you say you can order weed online and deliver it to your house, I'm like, hold up. Is the feds tracking me? Like,
I mean, it's scary, but at the end of the day, the first time you do it, you'll be like, yo, all right, I'm doing this again. Fuck it.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. That really changed the game up.
Yeah.
Talking about delivering things to your home and things like that. Hotbox, the
Hmm.
food delivery, which I thought it was amazing. How did that come about?
It was an opportunity that was brought to me. They let me know that a lot of the kitchens were shutting down in restaurants because of the pandemic.
Hmm.
So it just provided space. They were like, you don't have to open an actual restaurant. We'll use half of this kitchen to cook your orders, and then we'll just ship them out from here.
Wow.
So it was like I was saying before. It was like things are changing behind the scenes, and
Yeah.
new business models are popping up, and just new ways to do things. So just being a part of this new wave and being able to add my own little flavor to it, it's definitely a blessing, and something that I've been able to capitalize off of.
For sure, Wiz, you are definitely Don Sazon. That's like the king of spice. This may sound a little weird because you are young, but you really are like the OG and one of the founding fathers of making festivals hot. Like
Mhm,
when I think about festival season, it's like whiz,
mhm.
smoking, like it's just lit, you know? Can you talk to me a little bit about how having quarantine season shut down festivals and how were you able to dedicate that time to your new business ventures?
Yeah, I'm always on tour. I'm always traveling for the past, what, 10, 12 years. I've been
Yeah.
consistently, putting in work. So it was definitely weird to not be able to go on the road and experience new music and see the production and the lights. Like, I love all of that. Like, that's a part of what makes me go. So having to shut that down was weird, but like you said, it was just all about pivoting and staying busy. And a lot of the work that I put in before, it just paid off at that time.
Wow.
So that's what you work really, really hard for. Is if they're in case of emergency, you'll still
Hmm.
be good, and you'll be able to get back to freaking normal. And like you said, it took a long time for people to associate rap with festivals. I was a long time I was one of the only rappers there,
Hmm.
and people looked at it like rock and roll or just white people stuff. But
Hmm.
it's all about money. It's all about having a great time. It's all about experiencing it. And as we became more legal, just more and more people just having more fun.
Yeah, that's crazy. You said it's like festivals was seen as white people shit because I grew up in Patterson, New Jersey, which is
Hmm.
like an inner city, is a hood. And then my parents moved me to a suburb in New Jersey. It was a culture shock for me because all my neighbors were white. When Black and Yellow came out, I heard it first from a white boy.
Hmm.
Like I would never forget it. It was white boys. It was their theme song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, Wiz is different. And I was like, damn near what, like 11 years old, 12 years old at the
Yeah.
time.
Uh-huh.
It was crazy. You
Yeah.
know, we talked a lot about like quarantine season and a lot of people gain weight, myself included. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. A lot of people gain weight. And I was probably munching on Hotbox. I'm just kidding. But I'm just kidding. But you definitely gained good weight.
Hmm.
You were working out, you were living a lifestyle. Talk to me about your journey with Muay Thai. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, Muay Thai, MMA,
Yes.
all of that stuff. It's mixed martial arts. I do Muay Thai kickboxing, I do Taekwondo, wrestling, and I'm about to start jujitsu pretty soon. But yeah, it was just like a personal thing. Like I kind of just wanted to challenge myself as far as like getting more healthy and going to the gym and just paying attention to my body. And then when I went to the gym, I started to actually learn things like the science of lifting weights and dieting and recovery and sleep. So it became more of a lifestyle. Like, oh, okay, this is how I'm going to be living my life for the rest of my life. And the mixed martial arts tied in because I don't want to just gain weight and just be like big and not moving around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's harder to play sports and stuff like that when you get older because nobody's like playing football or going and hooping and shit like that. Like kind of, but so it's to get that cardio, and then you challenge yourself mentally, and you just start to learn a whole lot of different things and become a part of the community. So some people, they get in it and then they get their ass kicked and then they're out of it. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like they don't like it. So, but for me, it was more or less like, damn, I really fuck with this. Like I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to get better. And the attention started to come from it, and people started to wondering if I'm going to do fights and things like that. but it's more just an everyday thing and something that I'm going to be doing for my whole life, whether it's to compete or not.
I could understand that because I got into boxing and lifting weights before. It was kind of like the cool to do it.
Hmm.
And it's definitely a mental thing because you're not thinking about anything else but
Hmm.
just finishing your set or
Hmm.
just getting through the workout. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Did
yeah.
you learn anything about your mental endurance during that time?
I've always been a pretty, mentally tough dude.
Hmm.
So to be able to apply it, it feels good. And with music, you only get to use certain muscles. So when you're actually in the gym, that's my reset every day. Like I'll go to the studio, I'll drink, I'll smoke, I'll party all night, but I have to go to the gym and just reset everything. And yeah, that's what it more or less made me see for myself is how to, just click it back on.
All right, now how do I win those $1 million again? What I gotta do?
You got to join the PFL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
have to like compete. I have to beat
Yeah, you gotta
somebody up or
compete.
something.
Yeah, yeah. It's a point system, so you get
Okay.
points throughout the season, and then
Hmm.
there's the playoffs, and then there's the championship. I think you could do it.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah,
All right, so I could sign up under like what? You believe in me to be under your team?
yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Damn, that means Wiz, you know I have hands, so that means you have hands too.
Got you.
I know you're really busy between MMA, ownership, entrepreneurship, music, and fatherhood. What does 24 hours look like for you, and how do you manage your time?
I don't sleep very much, so I wake up at about 6 with Sebastian. I got puppies too, those little crazy things. So I'm up at 6. Bash goes to school by about 8, so I drop him off at school. We're usually late, so it'll be about like 9. Then I go to the gym around like 10:30 or 11. But in between that time, I probably do like some social media stuff, go over my schedule, figure out what's what. Then I go to the gym, then I work out. I'm out of the gym by 1 because I gotta pick him up at 2:30. We back at the
Wow.
crib by 3. Baseball practice. So it's the homework, chilling, give him a little bit of Fortnite time by 7:30. He's getting ready to eat. I'm getting ready for work. And by 8 or 9, he's in the bed. I'm at the studio from 9 till about 5 or 6 the next day.
Wow.
And I might get like a little nap while I'm at the studio, let one of the homies record or something like that while I go catch some Z's real quick. Then I'm right back up.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. I'm never going to complain about being tired again.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun though.
Wow. You know what's great though? You have no bags.
Nah,
No bags in the eyes. It's the water.
yeah, it's the water. It's that
It's
good black don't crack.
yeah. Well, you know what, Wiz? You're an icon, man. Thank you so much for your love, your energy, your transparency, and all of it. I'm a super fan, so I'm always gonna follow everything you're doing. But thank you so much for this conversation.
No doubt. Thanks for having me on the show, and can't wait to see you at a show. Gotta come see us live.
Of course,
Gotta
we
bump me next time.
outside.
Yeah, yup, for sure. All right, thank you. See you. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.